extra time.
I think you average more than anyone in the history of T20 international cricket, including Virat Kohli by 0.06 of a run or something like that. Given that, does the fact that you don't yet fully consider yourself, from what you've just said, an absolute nailed-on player in the starting 11, does that kind of thing keep you on your toes each time? And is that actually quite a productive thing both for you and the team?
It is. The type of player I am, I quite like to know where I stand. Sort of in the team setup as such, which is why I said when you get played in a series, you know exactly what you're going to do. Morgs does that really, really well, giving you that freedom and taking all the fear away. I don't think I'm anywhere near as good as Virat Kohli and those guys, even though the numbers are sort of suggesting that, maybe if I play 50 games, I can sort of be compared to some extent. But, all I can do is score runs. That's as simple as it is. If I keep scoring runs at the rate I'm scoring at them at, hopefully it will make it hard for them to ignore what I'm doing, and I can sort of somehow find a way into that starting 11.
When you have these conversations with Owen, are you under the impression that you're kind of integral to the plans that England have heading into that next World Cup in India next year?
Look, the way it's run here, they never talk about it being too far ahead. They always look to plan. So, you'll plan your playing conditions that will suit and game plans that will potentially suit the 2020 World Cup in India, which is why I think we're playing on used wickets here, because that will be what, India potentially will be if the wickets aren't very good. But, we, especially if you're not contracted, you never really know if you're in or out of the team, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That that just makes sure that when you do get your opportunity, you try and take the most of it.
Just on that next T20 World Cup in India, you've obviously played lots of franchise tournaments over the past couple of years, and some tough pitches in Bangladesh, for example. Do you feel like the learnings against spin from those tournaments stand you in good stead for India?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, I have no idea if I'll be part of that World Cup squad. I obviously would like to be, but there's a long way to go from there. I think it's undervalued how important these tournaments actually are to a player's development. As you said there, you go to Bangladesh and you could play on a wicket that's a 200 wicket on the Monday. On the Tuesday, it's 120 wicket, wins the game. So it's, you're consistently learning how to adapt and read conditions, which I think is one of my strengths in 2020 cricket, is that I can assess situations pretty quickly and when to go, when to sit back. And it's a good learning curve going out there. So, if I'm lucky enough to play well enough over the next year and somehow get into that 2020 World Cup squad, then I hope that experience that I've had from playing in tournaments will put me in good stead.
Obviously, it's been a successful series for you so far with the bat and for the team as well. How pleased are you, firstly, with your own personal form and secondly, with the way the team has played in tight situations against Australia? Yeah,
really pleased. When you get limited opportunities, you have to sort of make full use of those. So to do that when you're under pressure is, very satisfying. It would have been nice to have been there at the end with Joss last night and to have won that game with him. But, there's another opportunity in the next one. And, the way we've approached this series has been fantastic. The comeback the bowlers had in the first game to sort of steal the game for us. And then last night, especially batting second on that wicket to do it that comprehensively, and the way we played, the positive way we played to actually take down that target was very pleasing. So it's good signs for us moving forward.
And if you can reflect on the last 12 months and the journey for you personally, because your stats certainly at this level, in this format of the game, stand comparison next to anyone in world cricket. So how tough has it been establishing yourself in the starting 11 for England?
Yeah, it's been tough. I think we all know how good the players are that hold those positions. Their records over the last 4 or 5 years have been fantastic. So for anyone to break in, you have to be extremely consistent and sort of win games of cricket for England. So hopefully I've sort of ticked a few boxes that Owen and the selectors and the coaches want, and hopefully I can keep building on this if I keep getting opportunities. I'm obviously aware that guys like Jason and Stokesy will still come back in at some point. And it's my job to score as many runs as I can, and the opportunities I have to put pressure on them and Morgs and the selectors when it comes down.
hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.